What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Okay, we're going to talk about The Real Housewives of Orange County, season number 11. Okay, season 11 finale. That's the one in one. 11. Season 11 finale. This season as a whole was very annoying to me. It started out like it was gonna be, you know, kind of cool, but I don't know, I got really annoyed with a lot of the ladies on this show. So let's go ahead and we're gonna talk about it, because I'm not gonna make this one as nearly as long as my Real Housewives of New Jersey finale video. Anyway, so this episode opens up, we're not in the Orange County, we're in St. Louis, Missouri, with Megan and her husband Jim, and they're at their home there in St. Louis. Megan's family comes over, her mom, her dad, I feel like it was some of her siblings there as well. They are doing a gender reveal of the sex of their baby. So basically no one knows what the sex of the baby is. They had the doctor send the results to the bakery, and the bakery went ahead and made a cake, and inside the cake is either a pink or a blue filling. And I actually thought that was such a cute idea. I really liked that idea. It was really cute. It turns out when they cut into the cake, Jim was like, oh my God, it's blue. But it actually turned out to be pink. So they're having a girl, which means that Big Daddy Jim, his X chromosome is strong as hell, because he has all, you know, he's had all girls. He doesn't have a boy. Megan was really wanting to give him a boy, but at the same time she wants a girl, which, I mean, all moms want a girl. We all want our little mini-me's and our little princesses to, you know, to be just like us, you know, just like my daughter. I feel like in a lot of ways she's just like me, and I love it. And we gang up on my husband when it comes to making decisions about things. So I thought that was just the cutest thing, and I honestly think that that Jim and Megan are, you know, like, people in the blogs like to say that they aren't a strong couple. He's not around, he's detached or whatever. I think that he's just not a TV personality, and not in a way for like reality TV. He can talk sports, you know, but I don't think he's just like a reality TV personality. And I think that that's the issue. I don't know, but supposedly Megan is probably not coming back to the OC. Supposedly they probably will just go ahead and build a life in St. Louis, which kind of makes sense because his job is there. That's where she's born and raised. That's where her family is. Her mom is there, you know, to give her support for the baby, because he works a lot. And, you know, I think that would be a good move for her. So kudos to Megan for, to make that decision, if she decides to go ahead and make the decision. All right, so in the next scene, we see Vicki. She is with her daughter, Breanna. They are looking at Breanna's new house. You remember Vicki is buying Breanna a house, basically paying for her to move back to California, which I'm a little wondering a little bit about that, because Breanna was like really so into, you know, her husband, and she's so in love. And if her husband has to be in Oklahoma, because at the end of the show it says that her husband is still in Oklahoma, if he has to be there for his job, he's in the military, this is where he's stationed, like, if he has to be there, why aren't you there with him? You know, it's a little fishy, but okay, maybe she just wants the support system of having her mom and just having like familiar surroundings. I'm not sure. I don't want to like read more into it than what's there, but I just feel like there's more to that story. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so they're at Breanna's new house. Vicki says the renovations are taking way longer than expected. Vicki's son, Michael, also shows up because he's never seen the house. He gets a tour of the house, and, you know, basically Vicki is really involved in the renovations, and Breanna is just like, I just really want my mom to stay out of it. But I'm like, Breanna, your mom's not gonna stay out of it. You know what kind of mom you have, on top of the fact that she bought you, that she's paying for this house, and I'm sure she's paying for the renovations. So I mean, you dug your own grave with accepting that gift from her. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But then Vicki asked Breanna to be her +1 for Tamra's, you know, eat whatever you want, eat carbs party that Shannon is throwing for her. And, you know, Breanna says, you know, I'll go. Breanna really wants her mom to be accepted with the ladies, and she always plays the peacemaker with her mom. Even though I feel like sometimes she's not always on her mom's side, and it's okay to not always be on your mom's side, but not in public. You know what I mean? Like, you can disagree with your mother in private, but just don't put it on the public scene. And I sometimes feel like Breanna goes against her mom when she should be sticking up for her, you know. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I just feel that she needs that. I mean, you should stick up for your mother. I don't care what's going on. Stick up for your mother, and then in private tell her about herself, okay? Anyways, Breanna agrees, so it is what it is. David and Shannon are at their rental home. I don't know why people call it the rental home, like why they call it rental home on like screen. It's their home. It is what it is. You rent and you buy. I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, it's better to rent. You know, I don't know. I mean, we are buying our house, but we rented for a long time, and I mean, honestly, shit, if you know, you got to deal with all these repairs and all of that on your own, hell, sometimes I be wanting to call up the landlord and be like, shit, can you come fix this? Okay, because I need you to come fix this. Something broke, my toilet's broken, whatever. But no, you know, when you buy, you ain't got nobody to call but the maintenance man, and then you pull out your pocketbook, okay? So, whatever. I don't know why they say all rental houses or whatever, but they're in their home, and they are, I don't know, Shannon's cooking dinner or cooking something. I'm not sure. But they basically discuss the party that's coming up. David is not that happy that Vicki and Kelly are coming. I think more specifically Vicki. Because he feels like, he's like, Vicki's the devil. He doesn't want to be bothered with Vicki. He was already not like a Vicki supporter at the beginning of the season because he felt like Vicki was just a big liar. And I feel like it's a little bit more to that, you know, because now, you know, Vicki had spilled the beans on the bus last week, in last week's episode, about David and Shannon getting into some kind of like domestic dispute. And so I just feel like it's a little bit more to David not liking Vicki more than just the whole Brooks thing and all of that. I just feel like it's a little bit more. And now he's upset because, you know, of course, Kelly said that Vicki, you know, told her that Shannon said that, you know, David, you know, hit her before or whatever. I don't know, but, you know, I haven't bothered to look up the records to see if there's a police record out there. I read that there is a real police report out there. I don't really know what's going on, but regardless, you know, Vicki, if that was your friend in the beginning, you should never, ever, I don't care if you guys are not friends anymore, all of that, like, never repeat secrets that you had with a friend, whether she's your friend now or not. Like, that, to me, you just don't do it. Like, you know, I try to be on Vicki's side, but in that instance, you don't repeat things that your friends have told you, whether you're in a fight or anything. I don't agree with that. But anyways, so it is what it is. We see everybody getting ready for the party, the eating carbs and candy and sugar and all of the good carbs. Not good carbs, but good to us carbs, okay? So everybody's getting ready. We see Kelly, she's trying on her dress. You know, Michael, her husband, he wants her boobs to show, okay? And then we see Tamra, she's trying to put on this white dress, but she's still got spray tan from her figure competition and fitness competition. And so she's getting like spray tan all over her white dress. Then we see, move over to like Vicki and Breanna. They're trying to get dressed. But Breanna's son, what is Breanna's son's name? Owen, I think is her son's name. He's spraying them with the water guns or whatever, which I thought was really cute. It was kind of funny. I guess Megan, I have Megan written down on the next part of my notes. So that's why I said that. But anyways, I guess Bravo was just trying to, you know, fill in the little pieces because there really wasn't much to this episode. Megan, now we're gonna talk about Megan. She goes over to Kelly and Michael's house because she's gonna ride to the party with them. And Kelly just basically is talking to Megan, and she's just saying how annoyed she is with Heather and how Heather always like butts in, and you know, she's just always trying to be like the mother hen. And Megan basically says that she's, you know, over Heather's bullshit. Like, she sees through it. She's done with it. You know, she told Kelly, you know, that Heather was whispering to her on the bus and, you know, all of that. And so, you know, Megan is really seeing Heather for who she truly is, okay? Heather and Terry, they're in their car. They're on their way over to the party, and she's just, excuse me. She's just saying how she just feels like Vicki and Kelly are just so vile, and they're just despicable people. And honestly, Terry's just sitting there looking like he just don't give a shit. Okay, he's just not interested in any of it. He's over it. He just wants to go on back and start shooting his own TV shows that he's shooting and living his life that he lives, because we all know at the beginning of the season how Heather was saying that he's never at home. So Heather gets a text saying that her donut cake that she had purchased for the party failed and whatever. And I swear, Terry, the look on his face, it seemed like he was enjoying the fact that something was going wrong in Heather's little perfect world. Okay, the look on his face, he looked like he got a little bit of joy out of that. It's hilarious. So then we see Vicki, Breanna, and Vicki's boyfriend, and also Ryan's, oh my God, I always forget her name. Ryan's fiance. They're in the car. They're going to the party as well. Vicki's writing "I'm sorry" cards to Shannon and Tamra. I don't know how well that's going to go over, because Vicki's apologized like 100,000 times. And the ladies don't want to, you know, they don't want to listen to her. And it's basically good to just hate Vicki. I guess hate the OG of the OC, you know, because she ain't going nowhere. So, you know, she's like an easy target, I guess, to everybody. But whatever. I'm like, why are you writing these damn cards, Vicki? Girl, bye. Anyways, I wouldn't care about none of these ladies. So Vicki shows up to the party, though. When she gets there, Shannon, Tamra, and Heather are already there. And they're talking, you know, they're in like a little circle. They're talking and drinking and stuff. And then Vicki comes in. And it's just like they all like scatter, like three little mice just scatter around when the lights get turned on, you know. And I think they were really, you know, enjoying the fact that Vicki was, you know, uncomfortable, because when Kelly and Megan get there, you know, then nobody really wants to talk to Megan either. Vicki and Megan, I mean, not Megan, when Vicki and Kelly, nobody wants to talk to Kelly. And so when Megan and Kelly get there, Kelly goes over to Vicki, and she's just so happy that, you know, she's getting a friendly response from Vicki. And Megan, we see a scene with Megan, and this is why I say that I think they are enjoying Vicki being uncomfortable, is because so Megan and Tamra are sitting down talking, and Megan is telling Tamra that she's having a girl, and Vicki overhears it, and Vicki comes over and she's like, "Oh my God, you're having a girl. Congratulations. That's so great." And Tamra like gives this look and then just walks away. So Megan and Vicki are standing there talking, and Vicki's, you know, in her interview, she's just like, you know, whatever. I don't really care. All right, bye, Simba. She's like, you know, I don't really care, you know, what's going on with them. I just want to have a drama-free night or whatever. And so when Tamra had got up and walked away, she walked over to Shannon, and her and Shannon and Heather sit down, and they're, you know, just having a talk about how they just really hate Vicki and Kelly. And they talk about how they were expecting Vicki and Kelly to come into the party with apologies. But I seem to remember that when Vicki came into the party, she handed Shannon a gift, and she told Shannon that there was a card underneath the gift, you know, and Shannon's like, "Oh, okay, like dismissing her or whatever." I guess Shannon wanted Vicki to just really walk into the party and just pour her heart out and say how sorry she was. I'm not really, not Heather, Shannon. I'm not really sure what Shannon's expecting from Vicki, but apparently it's been 15 days, okay, since they got back from Ireland, and Shannon still hasn't received an apology because it's been 15 days, and she repeated that like 2 or 3 times. It's been 15 days since we've been back, and I have not received an apology for her saying that my husband beats my ass, okay? Like, she wants an apology, like Shannon's ass. You know, she's like a dog with a bone. She grabs it and she can't let it go. You know, like all season long, she's like, I'm so over Vicki. I'm over it. I'm not mad anymore. My life is so perfect. My husband loves me. We renewed our vows, and it's just wonderful all over again. You know, no, it's not, Shannon, because if it was, you wouldn't be acting the way you are, okay? You wouldn't be so upset with Vicki for no apparent reason, which is why, I mean, if the whole Brooks thing is the reason why Shannon doesn't want to be Vicki's friend anymore, that's really sad. You know, it's really, really sad. I feel like that she's just grasping for ways to stay relevant on the show. But if the fact that something else happened, which I said before, I feel like that it's something underneath all of that. I don't know what it is. Maybe Vicki knows more about David and Shannon and let Shannon know, and Shannon's like feeling insecure about that. I don't know, but it just seems like it has to be something more wide for the way that Shannon has reacted to Vicki this entire season. It can't just be the Brooks thing, because you know, she didn't say anything about David beating her up until the end of the season, but she's been acting this way towards Vicki the entire season. So I just feel like it has to be. I mean, maybe not, because maybe Shannon's just fucking bored. You know, I don't know. Like, oh, God. I just feel like Shannon might be bored. But I'm going to talk about that in a second. So Megan comes over. And she's talking to the ladies and ask them, like, oh, you know, what are you guys talking about? They tell her that they're talking about how messed up Vicki and Kelly are, and she's like, you know, I'm not really good friends with Vicki, but Kelly feels like she was attacked on the Ireland trip. She feels like she was ganged up on, you know, and then she tells Heather, she's like, and she feels like, you know, you, Heather, are just a meddler. And Shannon is like, oh, I wish I had time to gang up on somebody. I wish I had time to sit around and think about ways to get back at Kelly and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Shannon, you have plenty of time, girl. You got plenty of time. Your kids are all in both, they're 3 of them, your 3 daughters, they're all in school all day. I'm sure they have after school activities as well. You have all the time in the world. You have nothing to do. You don't have a job. You don't, we haven't seen you like really be involved in like charities, where even though you said you start charities, we haven't really seen you be involved in charities or anything throughout the day that would show us that your day is full, okay? Which is why I think you have time to harp on these little issues, because you're bored. You're bored and you're miserable in your marriage. And that's how we know you have time, okay, Shannon, to sit back and scheme on Kelly. And then Heather is just saying she's meddling. Like, she's like, I'm not meddling. I'm sticking up for my friends. You hear the things that she says and the way that she acts. And I'm like, okay, Heather, now you told us, you made it a point to say in a lot of interviews that I've read and seen you in this season that you really opened up and you become your true self, you know, this season especially. So it just leads me to know that you just like to be in the mix. You like to be in the middle of things. You like to be the center person, and you want all this drama happening around you so that you can like point out who's wrong and point out who you think is right, and then make yourself feel like you are just the all-powerful, you know, you're the king, you know. It's you know, like you're sitting on your throne and just sitting back watching everyone make a fool of themselves, so that you can then go back and talk about them and exile them from whatever country you have going on in your head. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Heather, like this whole season, like the last season, it was all about you building your house and and all of this and being mad at Vicki. And I just feel like you don't really, Heather, have a lot going on as far as being interesting enough to be on TV. You know, you have your 4 kids, you have your home, you have your husband, you have your life, and that's fine. I just feel like you are grabbing at other people's issues and trying to put yourself in the middle of it, you know, and then try to put yourself above what's going on. But you are smack dab in the middle because you're putting yourself smack dab in the middle, and I think that's really where you want to be, and I think that's really where you are in the way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you are. Like, this is who you are. You're a meddler. You like to be you just like to feel like you're superior to other people, and you're not. You're really not. You're just an ordinary housewife that's bored. Basically is what you are. So Tamra decides that she wants to give everyone gag gifts, okay? She wants to give everyone t-shirts because she said that she got this idea. She was inspired by the fight that she had with Kelly and them yelling and everything. So she decides to give everyone t-shirts that have like wanted posters on the front, and everybody's poster has a different saying. She gives Kelly a t-shirt that says public drunkenness. And Kelly thinks it's hilarious. She laughs it off. Kelly has a sense of humor, and Shannon is like, oh, she thinks that's funny. Why would she think that funny? Shannon, okay, we saw you guzzle down some damn vodka straight out the bottle. And don't tell me that that public drunkenness is not funny and it's not okay, that you think it's just disgusting, because we have seen you drunk plenty of times, okay? You love your vodka with a whole bunch of freaking limes. We all know that, okay? So let's not act like Kelly's the only one in this group that likes to get her drink on, all right, Shannon? But then Tamra gives Vicki the t-shirt, and on Vicki's t-shirt it says convicted of lying or wanted for being a liar or something like that, it said. And Vicki laughed. She laughed her fake laugh. I could tell it was the fake laugh. And Tamra's like, oh, I just want her to own her shit. I just want her to own her shit or whatever. And Vicki's just, in her private interview, she's just like, oh, she's like, I know Tamra was trying to give me a jab and hit below the belt, but I'm not going to give her this moment. I'm going to just take the gift and, get rid of it later. I really don't want to argue with these women. So while they're all, together, Kelly decides that this is the time for her to talk to Shannon. So she's like, Shannon, I would really like to talk to you. I feel like there's an elephant in the room. And when she said there's an elephant in the room, Tamra's like, don't call anyone an elephant. And I'm like, Tamra, come on now. Now, we know that you are not that bright, but when someone says there's an elephant in the room, they're not actually calling someone a fucking elephant, okay, Tamra? So stop that. It just seemed like these, like Tamra, Shannon, and Heather just wanted to grasp at anything to make Kelly or Vicki just explode and go off, and they weren't succeeding at this party. And I think it was really driving them crazy that Kelly and Vicki weren't giving them the ammo so that they can just blow up and feel like everything was, Vicki and Kelly's fault, So anyways, so she just basically tells Shannon that she is, she apologizes for repeating anything or whatever. Shannon says she's just a vile person, and the things that she said that Vicki said to her was just wrong. She shouldn't have repeated them. It's gonna affect her kids. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna affect your kids more than what your husband did. Okay, then your husband throwing his wedding ring into your kid's lap saying, here, give this to your mom, I don't want her no more. And, you know, all of this and all of that. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's right, but what I'm saying is you're on this reality show. You put your life on this reality show, so you can't play the whole, oh, this is going to affect my kids card, okay? Because, you know, clearly there is some truth to what Vicki said, you know, and Vicki was like, she never said that David beat the shit out of Shannon, but she is worried about Shannon. So clearly there is some level of truth in it. And granted, Vicki had, like I said before, Vicki had no reason telling that. She had no right to tell that to Kelly. Kelly should not have repeated it. But at the same time, Shannon, don't sit there. Your kids were probably there when the police came. Okay, so don't sit there and say that, oh, this is going to ruin my family. Girl, bye. You and your husband, and especially with his mother-in-law, everything. Girl, bye. I don't even want to hear about ruining your family right now, okay? Heather says that she is just Heather butts in for some reason, and she's like, she's just being a friend, and Kelly goes off on Heather and is like, Heather, you are just insecure and you need to just stop no. Heather tells Kelly that she's insecure and she's about to have a mental break, so she needs to calm down. It like Heather always likes to throw around this mental break thing, like just like the same thing she said last season. Was it last season? No, the season before last, to Heather, that she was having a mental break. Like, Heather, you know, like, Heather, please. Okay, Heather, you are such a fucking bitch. All right? You were a bitch to Gretchen. I mean, a bitch to Alexis, your first season on the show. You were a bitch to Shannon when Shannon first came on the show. And, I mean, that's just your personality. And like you said, you are letting your true self come out more and more each season, and you feel like you're more real now because you claim you can't get any acting gigs, so now you're just being more and more real with your true self on the show. So we know you're a fucking bitch. Okay, that's what you are, Heather. That's what you are. And I think you're the one that's insecure, okay? You're insecure because your husband's never home. He doesn't want to spend any damn time with you. And you have all these toys and all these trinkets. But at the end of the day, you are still insecure, okay? You need to work on that and figure all of that out and get off your high horse. And figure all of that out, okay? Figure it all out. Anyways, Vicki says that she has to go use the bathroom, and Heather is like, don't move. You know, like, again, she's the dictator, okay? And Vicki's like, excuse me, you know? So then this for some reason lets Tamra think that she has the floor. So then Tamra goes yelling at Vicki, talking about, you know, how dare you say that my husband's gay? You haven't even apologized for it. And she's like, you shouldn't repeat what you say. You shouldn't repeat things. And Vicki's like, it was a rumor. I just heard the rumor. And, you know, and I know that repeating a rumor is just like starting a rumor yourself. But I'm like, Tamra, weren't you the one that let everybody know that David had sent Shannon a breakup text and saying that he was done and blasé this and blasé that, and then lied to Shannon's face about it? Aren't you the one that did that? Okay. Like, these women kill me. They act like each time that they start filming a new season, like that everything they did in the old seasons are erased. It's not it'll never be erased, but you could let the public see you in a different light. But yet, Tamra, especially, because you want to pretend like you're just this holier than thou person, we haven't really seen you in a different light, honestly. Just because you say thank you, Jesus, and Jesus take the wheel and all whatever else you say. Maybe you didn't say those words exactly, but something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Just because you say all of that does not make us feel, the viewers feel, that you have changed, because we know that you have not. You are still that person that threw the wine in Gina's face. You're still that person that screamed, fuck you, get the fuck out, to Alexis. Like, you are still that same person. We haven't seen you change, okay? Not at all. And, I mean, if you want to, whatever. I'm not even going to go there. Okay. So anyway, so Vicki decides that she wants to leave. Shannon is like, she doesn't want Vicki to leave. Shannon's like, I haven't had my moment. I need to have my screamer moment. You know, Shannon hasn't had the chance to say, yeah, ah! You know, she didn't get that chance. So she needs to have her screaming moment. You know, she got to have that moment. So she follows Vicki out down the stairs. And Vicki's like, I just want to leave. And Shannon's like, you are a liar. That is why we're not going to be friends. And Vicki's like, okay. If that's it, okay. Is that how you want to feel? Okay, can I go now, please? Can I go now? Shannon's like, my husband doesn't beat me. We renewed our vows. Like, okay, you renewed your vows. A lot of people renew their vows. Hell, Vicki and Don renewed their vows, and they're not together anymore. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell does that mean? I don't know. Shannon just wanted to have her moment. You know, whatever. Let's see. Oh my God, that was hilarious to me for some reason. But anyway, so that was kind of, I thought that was going to be the end of the show. But then Breanna comes back in and tells Tamara, like, I really want you and my mom to talk. You guys are really good friends, and I just want you guys to be friends again. And Tamara goes out and talks to Vicki. She's like, you got something to say to me? Do you have something to say to me? And Vicki's like, I apologize for repeating the rumor about Eddie. And Tamara's like, oh, well, what about what you said about Shannon? And she's like, well, I really worry about, Vicki's like, I really worry about Shannon. There's things that you don't know. And so this makes Tamara really upset for some reason. And she's like, you don't know anything about Shannon's marriage. You don't know anything about Shannon. You need to take that back. Blah, 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 blah. And then she storms off, and Vicki's just in the limo. She's just like, she doesn't know what I know. And why is she getting so upset? And I'm just like, oh my God. So anyways, you guys, that is how it goes off, all right? I just want some new people on Orange County. Like, we've had the same group of women for a while, and I just needed to be shooken up, you know, a little bit. Just like shake it up a little bit. I want Heather's ass to be knocked off of her pedestal. We know she's going to come on the reunion apologizing and making excuses for her messed up behavior, just like she's done in the past when she's messed up on the season. You know, she comes to the reunion and she always has some kind of speech or acting like she's just so over it and just so sorry and apologetic, and that's not really what she meant. Y'all know, y'all have seen Heather and how she acts during the season, and then how she acts when the reunion comes, okay? So we'll see. I don't know, but I did watch What Happens live after the episode, and Kelly was on there, and Kelly just really seemed like she was really upset about something, like she had a chip on her shoulder. And I guess these people were calling in, and it was some people that are in this like secret Housewives group on like social media. And I guess Tamara has been communicating with some of these people, and Tamara conspired with some people to call in and harass Kelly on Watch What Happens Live, and as well as on social media. And I guess it like all came out and blew up in Tamara's face. Even Andy had, you know, tweeted some things about it. Andy Cohen had tweeted some things about it, and yeah, it was a big mess. But I don't put anything past Tamara's ass, okay? She will do anything to stay relevant, to keep her spot on this show. You guys, that's all I have though for the Real Housewives of Orange County. This episode didn't make my blood boil like last episodes did with the bus ride, but I'm so annoyed. And honestly, I don't know any of the ladies that are like, let's break them down. Let's break them down since it's the last episode. Okay, let's start with the OG of the OC. We're gonna start with Vicki. Vicki, I think she's very jaded. She doesn't understand what real friendships are and how to be a real friend. I think that she deep down really wants to be accepted and really wants the things that she says that she wants. Like, she wants real friends. She wants real, true, genuine relationships and people to be in her corner. I just think that she doesn't know how to go about it. And I'm not sure that it's because she's jaded by the show. I just think that that's probably who she is. She probably grew up as a very, one of those really clingy people and just needed people in her corner all the time. So yeah, hopefully she finds some peace and happiness. Let's move on to Tamara. Tamara, I just think Tamara will just do anything to get a paycheck. to be on TV and to have her name out there. Honestly, I don't think that there's any limit, any line that she won't cross. I honestly don't. I don't think that Tamara's necessarily an insecure person. I don't think any of that. I just think she's just one of those women that just will do anything to stay relevant and to make money. That's what I think about Miss Tamara. Heather is just a condescending, pompous bitch. And she needs to really take a good look at herself and realize that she is not up here and everybody else is down here. She really needs to understand that. And maybe once she understands that, then, I can start to like her. Because honestly, I never really liked her from the beginning. I think it was her eyebrows in the beginning. But now it's her attitude. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Megan. I like Megan. I wasn't feeling Megan last season because of the whole, being an investigative reporter. Like, who the hell are you, Nancy Drew? Okay, really. But I like Megan. She just seems like she's just a regular girl that just wants to live her life and just live her life. She may have some bad habits, and we all do, but I think she just is a girl that wants to live her life. Kelly, I like Kelly. I like Kelly a lot. Kelly reminds me of myself a lot. I don't know what that says about me, but Kelly reminds me of myself. I really like her. I think that she just needs to understand that she's enough, that she doesn't have to be on the defensive all the time. And once she realizes that, and stop thinking about what people really think of her, I think that, I think she would make very great TV. Great TV, okay? Did I touch on everybody? Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Let's see. I said Kelly, Megan, Heather. Oh, Shannon. Shannon, you are so fucking miserable. You're miserable. And as many times as you want to remind us that you got your vows renewed, as many times as you want to say that your marriage is stronger since the affair, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. And it's not even since the affair. You were miserable when you came on this show. You were. Your husband is completely checked out. Either that or he's just on some real strong prescription drugs that either way, he's checked out. He's checked out some kind of way. He's checked out, okay? You need to work on that and work on the fact that your kids have, you have no control over them, okay? They do whatever they want to do. They talk to you any way they want to talk to you. And you just really need to stop this facade. You and Heather, maybe y'all need to go to class together and figure out how to just be real people and how to be yourselves. Not necessarily be yourselves, because yourselves are bitchy. How to just accept yourselves for who you are and not worry about what other people have to think, okay? And that's what I think about the ladies on The Real Housewives of Orange County. I'm looking forward to the reunion. I'll blog about the reunion. I think that's it. I think that's all I have. I done made it so long. I said I wasn't going to make it long, but I always make it long because I talk too damn much. But I can't help it. It is what it is. It's just me. It's just me. I can't help it. Anyways, you guys, until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Toast it up for The Real Housewives of Orange County Season 11. Go Cubs! We are the champions! Yeah! Bye-bye.